Welcome back to the Boss Mode walkthrough series. This is the final iteration of Chapter 8, Castle Talindra in Boss Mode. The mechanic here is all enemies have shocking touch. You may have thought that we weren't going to be able to do a speed team because of all the fast heroes, but anyone who runs Possessed Tomb will know that this energy team here actually works pretty well. The boss mode mechanic of shocking touch, well, it's really only an issue if guys are able to hit you. So there is a prerequisite to this run here, and it does require that one, your Cobalt can soak up attacks, and two, Cobalt shouldn't have to soak up attacks. He should be able to kill them with one hit. Your Kira should also be leveled pretty well. Because you need to make sure that if there's multiple fast heroes between Indigo and Kira, they both have to be killed off. Otherwise, Cobalt is in some serious trouble. You do not want those archers taking pot shots at Cobalt, and for that reason, you do need to bring at least one revive potion. If you're familiar with using this team in Possessed Tomb, you'll also know that if things do get out of sync, you're going to need an energy potion in there. Now, the mechanic behind this is to keep up this energize from Echo. By doing so, you allow Indigo to basically crit and replenish everybody's energy, including Kira and Echo. Not so much worrying about Yorick, but you need to do this for Kira. Now, my plan for this here is to only use Kira's basic chi attack for any of the fast heroes, unless there's two fast heroes out there. Kill one of them with Kira and let Cobalt do the rest of the damage so he can replenish his energy. You don't want to waste your AoE attack with Kira, because then you run the risk of one, them not dying, and two, not having it for when you really need it. Also, if your Kira is strong, you don't want to kill the entire room because Kira goes before Echo. You need Echo to be able to use that energize again. So now we have two separate fast heroes. So the goal is hopefully for Indigo to kill one of them. That opens up the door for us to use the Chi attack again on the second one, rather than having to use an AoE and worry about one of them not dying, or just having one of them survive for any other reason and end up killing Cobalt. Because there's only one left, we're just going to use Cobalt's basic attack, and he's going to kill anything that stands in front of him. So far everything's going good. We haven't lost our energize yet because Echo's been able to keep it up. As long as he gets a turn almost every time, you shouldn't have a problem. Unless you run into guys that are immune to critical attacks, Indigo's going to top off energy every time. But you will run into instances every now and then where if there's only 4 enemies in here, if Indigo is going to use her crits, you run the risk of not having enough energy restored for Echo's attack. In this case here, I knew that the electric skin wasn't going to be up again, so I chose to go with AoE with Kira so that I could get to the next room. And this way here, essentially, I'm hoping for a couple of extra criticals, but really the only worry here is to kill that single fast hero. I didn't need the criticals for it. I only needed one more energy anyways to get Echo's energize back up. So I knew that that wasn't going to be a huge issue. I didn't need to get a ton of criticals. And now that Cobalt's up, he's just going to kill everybody else anyways. So as long as if there would have been 2 of those assassins in there, it probably would have been a little bit different story. We may have had some issues there. May have had to use an energy potion at that point. But you can see so far we really haven't taken any damage at all. Nobody's been able to get an attack in on us yet. So it's going pretty smoothly as far as the speed team goes. With that said, I know I saved this one for boss mode, but you can also use this team for your regular, normal, and champion mode as well. Once you see how effective it goes, the only reason I would suggest Undead for some people is if you don't have a good Kira and a good Cobalt, sometimes this can be challenging to do, because if either of those guys aren't able to secure the necessary kills, you run the risk of basically if one person dies, pretty much the entire team dies. It's tough to come back from that unless you bring a bunch of revive potions in that case. But you also need energy potions just in case you get out of sync. So we remember what the bosses do. Duchess always gets a free attack, so there's always the chance that if we don't kill her with our fast heroes, Cobalt is pretty much toast. Her yellow attack versus Cobalt is pretty much game over for him. So the goal here, now that we have fast heroes, is one, she doesn't get her free attack in first because my fast heroes go before she does. So this allows us to pretty much pick and choose what we want to do as far as the attack strategy. You could choose a Mark for Death route. You can go straight up Kozar route. You could really go a lot of different options here. The main thing is, how comfortable are you in your second attack from Kira? Is Kira going to be able to finish one of those off? That's one of the big questions. I would personally choose Kozar every single time here. We saw that what he does to yellow heroes, specifically unarmored ones, and she wasn't even marked, and she took a one shot. That allows us to focus all of our attacks on Queen Talindra now, and with Cobalt going before her, there's no way that she's going to survive, even if Cobalt gets a turn, which unless she dodges Kira, which she won't. And so Cobalt's not even needed. So Speed Team is really viable if you take the time to really rune up your Kira and your Cobalt. Like I said, my Kira is pretty high epic and my Cobalt is mid epic, but has some pretty baller runes on him. So that's going to round out the first half of Chapter 8 for Castle Talindra. We will see you again next time for the Goblin Walker series. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave any comments or questions below, and don't forget to subscribe if you like. Thanks.